You'll see from high school, people will be like, mathematics is hard. But the people who usually become top performers, they're the ones who say, mathematics is challenging, but it's an interesting challenge. And I'm going to work hard at it and solve it so that I can stand out and be among the top 1%. From the first class test, I was getting 100% all the way through my high school journey. So if you're between the ages of 13 and 23 years old, I want you to listen to this video very carefully, because I'm about to share a very important lesson which separates most top performers, be it in school or work or business. This is a very important lesson I was fortunate to learn from a very young age, entering into my teens. And that lesson is, nothing in life is impossible, or nothing in life is hard. Once you move with that mentality, then you'll realize that you'll always be amongst the top performers in any area of your life. Most of the times, the people who stay average is because they move with the mentality that certain things are hard, certain things are impossible. You'll see from high school, people will be like, mathematics is hard. But the people who usually become top performers, they're the ones who say, mathematics is challenging, but it's an interesting challenge, and I'm going to work hard at it and solve it so that I can stand out and be among the top 1%. So in everything you do in life, always tell yourself, this is not hard, this is an interesting challenge. And having that mindset has really enabled me to learn so many skills in life. Like right now, I'm learning social media and I'm implementing the things that I'm learning, and I'm seeing growth. And I also know how to create websites. I also know how to do video editing, to master and engineer songs. All these skills, I learned them because I have that mindset that says nothing in life is hard. It's just an interesting challenge which I need to solve. But after solving it, I'll be 1% better, and I'll stand a better chance to be among the top 1% in whatever area I'm in. Most of the times, I always say this, with the things that I want to achieve in life, I always put in the work, and I always have that mindset that I'm going to achieve it if I put in the work. So when you're in your early teens, you might not know what's your purpose in life, so you can really make whatever decision based on what you value at that time or what seems interesting to you, but always try to choose the most difficult things. When you're choosing subject at school, don't run away from science because other people say it's difficult. The people who stand out are the people who face challenges head on. So choose to do that science stream, choose to do that accounting, commerce stream, as long as you find it interesting and you say, this is what I want to do, right? Don't listen to other people saying, don't choose this because it's difficult, you're going to fail. Nothing in life is hard. As long as you put your mind to it, you can always crack it, as long as you want to do it and you value that thing. So choose that science stream and then work extremely hard at it, and you're going to crack it, and you're going to be amongst the top 1%. You're going to have all these options. Should I go study medicine? Should I go study accounting? Should I go study whatever? And then after that, you can choose whatever you want to choose, as long as it's something that you're interested in and something that you value. And trust me, it's not hard. As long as you value it, you can always crack it. And once you have this mentality, you can basically do anything. So just a little side note, one of the most challenging skills I've ever encountered in my life is coding, right? But look at people who study coding, people who learn coding and master coding. They get to be among the top of the crop. When they start getting jobs, they get those remote jobs, they get to work online, and they get to really earn good money. And they're the ones that are driving innovation. They're coming up with all these new digital tools, such as AI-driven tools, technology companies, and then they get to really make a lot of money. So once you start choosing to do the hard things, but the side note is, it must be something that really interests you, and you're saying it's part of a bigger plan in life. So you shouldn't stop going after something just because you think it's hard or you believe it's difficult. So I also remember when I was in secondary school and we started doing algebra in grade 8, I used to find algebra really difficult. I used to find math really difficult, and I'll come home every day and complain about how math is so difficult to grasp and how it's so difficult. And that really demotivated me from ever trying to crack maths or ever understanding maths. It created some sort of a wall, because I really believe that this thing is hard. Then it was difficult for my mind to grasp the concept because I already feel like it's difficult. But going into grade 9, I remember my brother was like, Don't move through life with the mentality that something is hard, especially maths. It's not hard. See it as an interesting challenge. And if you were to crack it, imagine you'll be amongst the top 1%, because everyone else is busy complaining that this thing is hard, but you would have figured it out and you'll be amongst the top 1% just because you switched your mindset from this is hard or difficult to do to this is an interesting challenge that I'm going to figure out. And then after figuring it out, I'm going to be amongst the top 1%. And after that, I took the entire holidays to try and understand maths, watched a lot of YouTube videos, did a lot of questions. And then after, when I went to grade 10, I remember I was top of my class. From the first class test, I was getting 100% all the way through my high school journey. And this is to show you that nothing in life is difficult. As long as you can switch your mind to this thing is hard, to this thing is an interesting challenge, I'm going to figure it out. And me figuring it out, going to reap the benefits of being amongst the top 1%, then life completely changes. So make sure that you drop a comment, tell me what you think on this topic, like this video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you join the community, and let's become top performers together. Cheers.